Hello, and welcome to Women in Retail Talks, the podcast where C-suite executive women in the retail space share their stories of professional growth, leadership development, personal journeys, and more. I'm Melissa Campanelli, the co-founder of the Women in Retail Leadership Circle, which is a membership-based community of executive women at leading retailers and brands. Joining me today live at the 2023 Outstanding Mother Awards celebration at the Pier Hotel in New York is Monica Arnaudo, the Chief Merchandising Officer at Ulta Beauty. Today we'll be discussing Monica's career journey, some of her professional successes, her leadership style, and of course, what she loves about being a mom. Welcome, Monica.
Thank you so much, Melissa, for having me.
So I'm going to just jump in sort of at the beginning. So tell us a little bit about your background and your current role at Ulta Beauty and what you love most about it.
Wonderful. Well, I've been in the beauty industry for over 40 years, which is very cool. I love the industry so much because it's a feel-good industry. And I've had the privilege of working for so many amazing companies. I started in retail, actually, with Long's Drugstore, and then I went to Nordstrom, and then I moved over to the brand side, so had a chance to work with some amazing companies like Chanel, Estee Lauder, and L'Oreal. And then I worked for another retailer, Sephora, and of course I saved the best for last, working with Ulta Beauty, and I love working for Ulta Beauty, mostly because I see my role as really taking care of our guests, delighting them, helping them to feel better. And I do that by working really closely with my team and our brand partners to bring in phenomenal brands and products to our assortment.
That's great. So you and your team are widely recognized for your ability to stay ahead of trends. And I actually know that because we did a podcast about some of your work with clean beauty at one point. So what are some of your career successes in terms of, sort of staying ahead of trends and continually offering brands that create a destination of beauty for Ulta Beauty customers?
Yeah, the first thing I want to just recognize is that it is definitely not me. I have just an amazing team of individuals that I work with, both within merchandising and then all of our cross-functional partners that support this effort. And for example, one of the groups is our customer insights group, because for us, whenever we're thinking about an assortment, brands and products, we always want to make sure it's rooted in insights. It is a balance of art and science. We also get a lot of insights from our brand partners. So we're very, very plugged in to what the consumer is looking for. Now, we also want to be influencers. So we also want to be creative and find innovative products and meet founders that are filling white spaces that there isn't a product for. And so that's really an important part for us. So it's being relevant, it's being ahead of the trends, and then it's really focusing on things that are important to the community. So for example, our Conscious Beauty platform, our BIPOC platform, and our wellness platform, those are all areas that the consumer is really, really focused on, and they're looking for brands within those spaces. I would say a couple, just really quickly, specific brand successes. I'll hit on two different ones. We launched Tracy Ellis Ross. Pattern is the name of the brand. And Tracy has been passionate about creating a hair brand forever that really address the needs of natural hair, curly and coily and texture. And so we worked closely with Tracy to launch that exclusively a few years ago. And then another brand, a company that's been around forever, Chanel. We were so excited to work closely with Chanel to launch their latest edition called Numero Un, which is really more targeted towards clean and sustainability. So those are a couple specific examples.
Great. I wasn't aware of that Chanel brand. That is so cool. And I have heard of Tracy's brand, and she seems amazing. So let's talk about our listeners love to hear about career success stories and how people move up sort of in their careers. So can you talk about some pivotal moments in your career trajectory that sort of helped you move up the ladder?
Yes, absolutely. I think one of the most important things that I've learned is that you cannot let fear get in your way, and you have to well, you don't have to, but it's good to be open to taking risks. And so some of the things that I did, I mentioned in earlier, is that I went from working on the retailer side and then I shifted to working on the brand side of the business. And I did that actually a couple times throughout my career. And I think that what that helped me, not only did it help me to continue to progress, but because I gained the knowledge and understanding of what it's like to be on kind of both sides of the table, being a brand and selling into retailers and being a retailer working with brands, it really helped me in my career trajectory. Ulta Beauty, I think, is sort of the pinnacle of what has, I guess, helped progress my career. And it was taking a risk because my whole career had been working on the prestige side of the business. And when Ulta came to me, I was recruited. It was for a job leading the mass and the hair side of the business and private label. And so those were new areas that I hadn't been exposed to. So that was a big change and taking a risk. And then I also uprooted and moved to Chicago. Wow. So I share that because we do have to be open, I think, to new opportunities. And they may not always be a promotion. It might be a lateral move. That was a lateral move in title. It was a much bigger job. It did sort of help me then get to the role that I'm in today.
Great. I know that's such a great success story, and it's great information to share because sometimes people don't understand that there's more to it than like just a title. It's really thinking about the big picture and where you can be led, and also the feeling that you have when you're at a company, makes such a big difference. I'm going to jump ahead a bit. So we're here at the Mother's Day Awards. So what is your favorite thing about being a mom?
I love everything about being a mom. As my most important role, I think because I have such a close relationship to my children, I really consider them my best friends. My son will be 30 this year. My daughter just turned 28. And we hang out together, we were planning a week and a half vacation together later this year. And I think it's spending time with them. It's watching them continue to grow and evolve. I love when I see them have aha moments, as an adult, because they're in that age where they really are, they're adults now. Yeah, exactly. And so I think that's my favorite part, is to just watch them continue to evolve and blossom and shine.
Yeah, that's great. I love that so much. Are either of them in the beauty retail area space?
No, they're actually not. My son worked for Bare Essentials, where I actually worked for a little bit, but now he's moved into the finance tech side. My daughter's in the pet industry.
Oh, great. Great. So in closing, what are you most looking forward to personally and professionally as we round out the year?
Well, personally, I'm really looking forward to finding more balance. That vacation I mentioned to you, my kids, we've been talking about doing something like this for a little while. It was prompted by a wedding in Rome, but we're going to be together for about a week and a half. And so I'm personally really excited about that. I love to be in nature and love to be in the mountains and lakes. So I've kind of mapped out my whole year and when I'm going to be able to do that. So that's what I'm personally looking forward to, is spending time with my family, being in places that I love, and having more balance. Professionally, I'm super invigorated about the business, even though I've been in it for so long. But for me, it's always about ensuring that I'm obsessed with taking care of the consumer and our guests, so that we are absolutely pleasing them, that they love coming to Ulta Beauty. So I'm always focused on that. We have a great executive team, and we have a new chief marketing officer that just started a couple months ago. And I'm so excited about forming this really strong relationship with her and what we're going to be able to achieve together. And then I would say the other thing is we're always trying to find ways to make things easier for our teams. In this complex world that we live in, it is a balance of art and science. We have so much data coming at us. We're always working on operational efficiencies, and there is so much on their plates right now that it's just, how do we find ways to make their roles easier? So those are probably my big 3 areas of focus.
Great. Well, you definitely have your hands full. But sounds like an exciting year ahead. And congratulations, most importantly, on your award today. And good luck with everything. And it was so nice to talk to you again.
Thank you so much, Melissa. I appreciate it.
Thanks for listening. For more information on this podcast, please go to womeninretail.com/podcasts for show notes. Women in Retail Talks is available on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Stitcher, and Spotify. Make sure to subscribe on our podcast channel page as well. If you've enjoyed this episode, please take a few moments to rate and review our show. Lastly, if you're a female retail leader interested in joining our community at Women in Retail Leadership Circle, visit womeninretail.com/apply. Thanks, and until next time, this has been Women in Retail Talks.